in total honesty. But welcome the esteemed panel. How are you guys doing, man? Javier and Doris.
Uh,
I mean, basically the same as you
Mm.
here in the presence, but thinking about April the 5th already, you know?
Javier, when I told you that I was actually fuming seeing what was being on display on the pitch. You were kind of defensive, saying that like we were getting maybe overexcited about the occasion. But
No, I was saying that the players were overexcited, you know? Not us.
no,
The our
like I'm referring to your statement regarding the players itself. Like after, so that was around what, maybe the 40th minute, right before
Yeah.
halftime. So post full time, did anything change? What is your opinion now? Was it overexcitement or was it just absolute fucking shit? That's my question.
Yeah, I get you. Is for There are two completely separate games, you know. The first one is an overexcitement, and the second one was the lack of ideas. Both of them are uh, terrible, but it is what it is.
The biggest thing for me was we lacked any sort of rhythm, I'm actually so fucking surprised how a team of our caliber, who is supposedly the biggest club in the world bar none, can be so lethargic, can be so fucking stiff. It's almost like man have arthritis, bro. Like, I'm not joking. Like, they can't move. Like, honestly, like I've no words to sum up tonight's performance. Like, I've sat through 4-0s, 5-0s. You know, my first Clasico, I've said this on many occasions. My first ever Clasico was a 5-0 dropping at the new camp. Right? This match, even though it was a 1-0 own goal Barca victory, invoked those kind of feelings in me. So that speaks volumes. Like, I'll be very honest. To lose 1-0 and have the PTSD of a 5-0 drubbing is honestly, you know, like that sums it up. Like, I needn't say anything more. Like, usually I have a lot of stuff to say after a defeat like this. But honestly, like, when I look at my paper, I have nothing. Nothing, honestly. Like, I'm fucking spellbound, man. Like, honestly, I'm trying to actually collect my thoughts and like process what went down. I just can't put my finger on it. Like, we got schooled. That's the term, schooled. Yes, there is a second leg. Yes, all the fanboys can come at me and say that there is still another leg away. But Barca were missing Lewandowski, Pedri, Dembele, who arguably are the spine of that Barcelona attack. Doris, over to you, man. How
yeah,
was the game, in your opinion?
yeah. In the group chat, I already said like for the first 17 minutes we played so well, you know, and then after that yellow on Vinicius, everything went downhill.
Literally from kickoff, Modric was through on goal.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it wasn't even offside, you know?
yeah, and it was a shame. Like I felt like he could have done better, but it was in the first 30 seconds of the game, so you know you forget about that. But yeah, all in all, it was a really unsatisfying, I guess, performance from Madrid, and yeah, the second half really proved it because we had most of the ball, all of the attacks were from us, but we had no bite, absolutely nothing.
No cutting edge, no bite, no sharpness,
Nothing,
nothing.
dude.
40 crosses, only 8 were successful. Like
That
how can
was
you explain
insane,
that?
and I wouldn't even call that successful, dude. Like, we cannot even call them that because
Every fucking cross I knew was
atrocious,
hopeful.
atrocious, and
And then like what, 10 corner kicks and absolutely nothing out of it.
Yeah,
They,
absolutely
they were
nothing.
there were two
Absolutely
clear
nothing.
chances in the game. Both of them were passes, like
Yeah,
hands down. Like
yeah,
imagine, man. Like I'm looking at the TV and seeing Araujo making a run like he's prime fucking Rivaldo, bro. He's Araujo, who is a 6 foot 2 3 inch tank. He is allowed to run all the way from right back up to a fucking corner flag. How does that happen? Araujo is an option for Barca. It's not an option. Is a method to actually nullify Vinicius. They have used Araujo more often this season at right back. It is a position he is well versed at. But come on, man, he's not the most agile right back in the world.
And
But we made him look like
bro,
prime fucking Zanetti.
a few times this game, Araujo like actually ran forward and got caught there. He made it all the way back before we even did anything or passed the ball. That was atrocious. Like the entire game, we wait for Araujo to do something bad so that Vinicius, can get forward. And the only times in the game that Vinicius actually had some advantage from Araujo not being around him, we did nothing with it. So all in all, Araujo, I think had an incredible game because we allowed him to have a really good game.
yeah. In the simple that I think the one thing that will happen when we see this game at the end of the season is that I agree with you, Sonny. The result is abysmal, but the worst thing is that we let this Barcelona that we're saying like this is a lack of Lewandowski and you name it, and they have in the defense uh, Marcos Alonso and a midfield composed by Kessie, Busquets, and the young school uh, for the first I don't know 70 minutes they outrun Modric, Kroos, and Eduardo. I mean, uh, I think this is one of the worst, like you said, development as a team because, like both of you saying, like nothing worked. But I think I said this in the show that we all three did against Atletico. It wasn't the Carletos' fault in that. Now I think it is. Starting with, I don't like when he starts anymore. Luca and Tony. I don't like it. I mean, we tend to lose so much more when one of those is playing out of position, and so often than not, it is Kroos. I think
I
today
can't
Kroos was
understand.
worse.
I can't understand why Cruz drops between the centre backs. He's the deepest guy. Why? Why? We have seen so many times that yes, he can distribute the ball and kind of build up the attack from way back. But I hope Ancelotti at least wakes up now. Because if he doesn't wake up after this performance, write the season off. End this season now. Like honestly, end it. End it now.
Carvajal.
Come on. Now I'm talking about Cruz being deployed
Cruz.
as the deepest midfielder. He can't do that. He has never been good at it. He has never been good at it under Carlo in his first stint, under Zidane in his first stint, under Zidane in his second stint, under Carlo in his second stint as well. Like it has been the case all throughout these years, but yet we ask him to be the deepest guy. Like I'm just sick and fucking tired.
Would you
honestly.
have played him today or started him at least? Would you?
See, the occasion calls for a guy like Cruz. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like no matter how shaky or iffy or recovering from injury, all that things in the equation, Cruz realistically starts tonight's game. But in my opinion, he had a shocker. Like yes, Modric was bad, but Cruz was absolutely filth. I just can't understand how this happens. This up and down thing happens. Like when they walk, they're unplayable. They're just super fluid, super intuitive. They just know where to make the next move, next pass. They see lanes that we don't. But on days like this, my God, they make this team look like a Sunday league side. Honestly, like
And I,
we gotta
I,
just hold on a second, Javier. There's so many people in the comments. We gotta just read a few. Um, lol says Benzema has been ghosting. No one is ready for that conversation. I have been on Benzema's back.
yeah, me too.
I've been ranting in the group. Okay, see, this is a good time to ask you all, right? So I was ranting in the group yesterday about not yesterday, a couple of days ago when Benzema, like when the FIFA the best awards happened, he started putting up stories regarding all the stats. If it is a Madrid fan page doing that, it's all good. If it is Vinicius, who is a 23-year-old kid doing that, understandable. He's still learning his ropes. A man of Benzema's age, a man of Benzema's position, 35 fucking years old. I don't understand. When he puts up reels, like, see, now I'm getting into slander, but this is me today, right? When he's actually putting up fucking reels, Lambos, rapping, all that shit, okay, fair enough. Do you? Like, some people can't be mentally matured for 35, even when they're 35. I'm 28. I don't act like I'm 28, right? I'm still pretty young in my mindset. But a leader, a captain of Real Madrid, let's not kid ourselves, okay? This is not fucking Harry Maguire. He's supposed to be the mirror of what we stand for, what this crest stands for, what this institution stands for. He should be the one leading guys like Vinny, Rodrigo. But he puts up these fucking stats. And apart from Javier, there's at least 10 or 11 people in the chat. Nobody fucking responded to any of that. So I presume that all of you are okay with stuff like that happening behind the scenes. Like, I would like to ask you, Doris, like, because only you are, on the panel tonight. What did you make of that? For me, I felt that it was a sign of weakness.
Yeah, I don't know really what to say about it. I mean, I don't. Did you see the response of Messi? He posted
Yeah.
a photo of him with a World Cup, and yeah, you can take it as you will, and it was immature from Benzema, and it is something that we as fans should post, just like you said, not Karim himself. And there is a chance that maybe someone on his team posted it, but either way, like
that kind of trash post.
either way,
I'm pretty sure
it's
it doesn't
tasteless.
go
Like,
on.
no, yeah, you shouldn't do that.
That kind of petty trash talk, not for us, mate. Honestly, not for us. Not a good captain. I'm telling you, he might be a good captain on the pitch. He might elevate his teammates. He might motivate his teammates when shit is actually looking bleak. But off the pitch, oh my God, he needs to man up, man the fuck up. High time,
Yeah,
high time. Like, honestly, this sends a message to the youngster that this is okay to do that. You see, when shit is actually going well, we don't notice this. But I've been like many others, although like they are a minority, we have been very very concerned about our body language in fierce games. Like, even for tonight, Javier, Vinicius, why is he on the edge? Like, obviously it's a Clasico, tempers flare, referee was a lunatic, but like, haven't we seen this for the umpteenth time this season? Like,
Yeah.
for me, it's a fucking worrying thing to actually see this week in, week out.
No, I mean, what is called we said, I completely agree with every single word. This is now a strategy that any team can get under Vinicius' skin. Today it was Araujo, and Araujo played a perfectly good game. He didn't commit any foul. He didn't say anything. He's just being Beanie. I mean, he's now trying to antagonize with everyone. I mean, sometimes was a clear thing that the other team is the strategy is get under Beanie's skin, and today was no, Beanie itself put him in that position. He tries to antagonize the referee for the get-go. I mean, if you ask me, this is probably a red for Vinicius. The foul.
He should have been sent off. Should have been sent off.
Yeah, for me, yeah. The yellow card in the foul against De Jong was very clear, and he every single time that a foul was committed, he goes to the referee and says something. Another referee said like, "Hey, only the captain can talk to me in this way," but he outspoken do like this. Great job.
Yeah. Like he went on showing the thumbs up for a good 2 minutes.
That's for another referee in another time. That would be the end.
This is the thing. Yeah, this is the worrying thing. Yeah, when I talk to other fans, a very close friend of mine, right? When I told her this, she was like, "Well, this is Benzema's wish. This is Winnie's wish. They are like, you can't expect everybody." Like I was telling her, Hero wouldn't do this, Ramos wouldn't do this, Casillas wouldn't do this, right? And Ramos was one of the most short-tempered people to ever play football, right? He never did this. So all these guys doing this is a worrying sign. After that last year's phenomenal run in which we won the double, I think it has gotten to their heads, man. Like honestly, so if that is the case, if that is affecting them mentally, I don't see a point of the season.
I mean,
fucking forfeit every competition.
You can agree with me in this thought. Beanie tries to win every single fight.
Pick your
like
battles.
You said, Ramos.
Pick your battles, young man. Pick your battles.
Pick your battle. Exactly like that. Yeah, you cannot win every single battle because, like I said today wasn't a battle. Today was a game for like you said, adults. Today Beanie act like a child, and he gets like a child gets in a game of men. I'm not saying that this is no point of return for Beanie. I'm not saying that this is the end of Beanie, but this is a concerning point. If no one in this dressing room, like Modric or Kroos, talks to him and say that this is the most important point of your career, you already won a Champions League. Congratulations. Legends win simultaneously, and legends win Ballon d'Or. And Ballon d'Ors don't act like this. You can watch yourself in the mirror of Neymar. Neymar is never going to win a Ballon d'Or. Neymar is never going to win another Champions League. You want to be like him? Be like him. You want to be the all-time great that you aspire to be? You want to be like Ronaldo? Act like him. And there are people in the dressing room that can have this conversation with him. He can call Marcelo on the phone. He can even call maybe Cristiano Ronaldo.
Don't look anywhere else. Look to Rodrigo. That's it. Look to Rodrigo. Just gonna be very honest. Learn from Rodrigo. Learn from his temperament. Learn from the way he handles himself. Yeah, he gets into fights often as well, but you don't get irritated by Rodrigo being crazy. There's a difference. There is a way to approach stuff like this, man. Like honestly, but yeah, the reason I was fuming, guys, I'm gonna read this out, okay? Tell me if I'm actually fucking high on LSD or something. right?
Go.
Ancelotti said, "We played a good game. We pressed them a lot, and we wanted it. It was difficult to find space because their defense was very solid." Okay, fair enough. Some of them, we played a good game. I don't know. I
No,
respect the man a
no.
lot, right? But this is absolute fucking delusional. He also goes to say, "We played the game we wanted. Now we are confident ahead of the second leg. We played the game we wanted at home to this Barcelona." What even?
Uh,
What even is that?
I mean, first, none of us like it when they speak like pride in defeat. It's not our thing, and none of us really like to hear it. And it kind of sounds like he's saying it.
Oh my God, Doris, wake up, wake up. There is pride in defeat. If
No,
we
you
were,
don't
we
say
were.
no, 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 no. You don't say you played a good game and lose 1-0
And
from
lose.
a own goal. You don't. That
See,
that's an
just to make it easier, like what I was alluding to was like, imagine if we were in Barcelona's situation, missing four key players, and Barcelona was, thumping us, like counter after counter after counter. We survived with a 1-0 loss. If he says that after that, I would understand better.
well. That's
Do
exactly
you
it.
want to?
That's not a good game if they're missing their key players. That's even more arguments why it's not a good game from our team. I'm sorry.
Exactly right. Yeah, if you like Tori said, you can lose a game and somehow be proud. This is not our case, and probably if they can, I don't know, they score the 2023 Puskas Award, even that will be the worst, a terrible game. You cannot lose at your home, and you cannot lose at a so defensive Barca. They knew that they had to defend, and all they have to do was watch the game against Atletico. They have better defense than Atletico, and they somehow managed to do exactly the same, and we somehow managed to do exactly the same. The lack of ideas, the lack of commitment, the lack of any sort of attacking.
Ashik is in the chat. Ashik is in the chat. Bro, wake up. Wake up, man. Wake up. Like, open your eyes. Open your eyes and tell me that this was a good performance. Or the Atleti one was a good performance. Or how we have looked so on and off, so hot and cold, so devoid of sharpness in so many games this season when other teams can cope better. Like, I don't understand. Barcelona does not have a better squad than us, period. They have been knocked out of Champions League, then knocked out of the Europa League, but they still managed to actually make themselves proud today. That's the thing, bro. That's basically just it. They lost to Almeria on Sunday. Look how they play today. That's my only gripe. Like, how can they be so depleted yet, so combative, yet play with a better spine than us? We are the mentality monsters. So when those mentality monsters are not on display, call them out. Why are you not calling them out? Why are you not calling these performances out? Blind faith, I understand. Like, I'm not one to have blind faith or have excessive faith in my players, because I know for a fact that, like, they're gonna let me down. Because the story of Clásicos are shocking. This stat goes back 50 years. We haven't won a game at the Bernabeu against Barcelona in a Clasico in the Copa del Rey since 1970, 1970. Wake the fuck up. My mom was 2.
What a stat, dude.
My mom was 2 years old. Honestly,
But
fucking shocking. I need to. Yeah, go on,
Adil,
Javier.
Salah
Adil
is scary
suffered
right
an
now.
injury. This
I need to
wasn't
read.
this
Yeah.
this was an even worse game for Barca. They can be even more proud that
They'll be
they can even
laughing
say
all
like,
the way back home. They'll
yeah,
be laughing.
that they're probably gonna say, and I will agree with them. They played like shit, and they still win. And they're gonna say like, if we somehow manage to
If
win at the
Ansu Fati
Bernabeu,
wasn't in the way of the shot,
yeah,
2-0
playing
game
like
over.
shit. Imagine this. If we somehow manage to win at the Bernabeu, playing like shit, imagine what can we do in our field with everyone.
That next two Clásicos are at the Camp Nou, right? Barcelona has a 7-point lead. 7-point lead against a team that are notorious. I repeat, notorious for turning teams over in La Liga. Yes, they had a blip on Sunday, but we know Barcelona in La Liga. They are a menace.
They're not gonna drop points. I mean,
they pick wins.
We beat them, unless we get the result that we expect to play at the Bernabeu on the.
Honestly, you think we're gonna defeat them? I don't think.
No.
I don't think, honestly. This is just me going by evidence. Like if all the the righteous true fans can come out and say, yeah, we are Real Madrid, like we're gonna do it. I'm gonna ask you to wake up.
If you like the stats, I think we won the last 3 games at the Camp Nou. I'm talking about the game in La Liga. The game in La Liga is gonna be another inflection point. If we somehow manage to perform like we expect today, and destroy them, I don't think it's gonna happen. But imagine that it happens. We will switch once again, because these two teams are so polarized. I agree with you guys on the Saturday that we say like, okay, Liga is over. Then Barca loses against Almeria and is La Liga game on. Today, I think Copa is over, not because of the results, because of the game. But a lot of things can happen in a month and a half.
I'm not going to say Copa is over. I'm not going to say Copa is over, but I don't see this team, if they play like this. We weren't missing any key players apart from, you could say, Mendy. I remind people again.
We have no excuse.
No excuses, but I'm just going to remind people again about the effectiveness of Mendy and Alaba in our back line. They are very, very tough to deal with. I'm telling you.
But we didn't lose because of a play of Barca,
No. But the amount of space. Did you see the amount of space on our wings? Bro, the amount of space they had on the flanks. Did you see that? It doesn't happen if we have a Mendy. It doesn't happen if Militao has better trust in Rudiger. Can you deny that? Can you agree with me or no?
I would give you like 5% of the reason why this team didn't work.
I'm not making excuses, but I'm telling you what I genuinely feel.
I mean, I agree with you in that regard, but for me, it's if Carleto put Camavinga for the get-go as a Lenga, it wouldn't change a thing.
I don't know, man, honestly.
We crash and once again with that defense. And like Farouk said at the last post, it's not the same facing Trent Alexander-Arnold and Joe Gomez. It's not the same facing Jimenez and Savic and Molina. Or today, Kunde, Araujo. Those
fucking Marcus Alonso, man, Marcus Alonso, bro, Marcus Alonso. I used to meme the fuck out of this guy, man. Honestly, like I used to actually take the piss out of Marcus Alonso as a footballer. Man is so fucking shite. I can't actually believe that he put in a masterclass at centre back in a back four where he has a reputation for throwing games, bro, for literally gifting wins to opposition. Xavi put out a masterclass. Fair play to him, honestly. Fair play to him. Fair play to the fucking grass cutter. Like I can't say anything anymore. Like that was a perfect masterstroke. Like anyway, we got to read some of the comments. There's a lot. Rahul is in the chat. Big up Rahul. Hope you're happy, man. But just realize that you guys are going nowhere this season. Just kick back, watch great teams at home. That's what Atleti fans do. Watch other teams do well. That's it. Um, UI2I for you. I think I spelled the name right, but he mentions audio. Apologies if we were having actually any audio issues earlier. We were just caught up in the moment, and apologies if there was any. Amin Hassan says Ancelotti outclassed by Xavi. Facts. Absolutely outclassed. It was like the Zidane magic, Like I've seen so many games under Zidane when we play similar, just survive, and at the end of the game, it didn't look like like we peppered Barca. Barca would never feel like, oh, we were under the cosh. This wasn't the game. Yeah, I mean Hassan, every game he played against Xavi. I mean, I don't know about that, because the first game at the Bernabeu this season, we thumped them, like we literally did them, fair and square, fair every. Honestly, take me back. Lol says, nice to see again, man. He says, Kroos and Modric can't play together. Yeah, it's like it has been a thing that I've been saying about as well. But they shut me up in the Champions League last year. They revitalized themselves. They found something deep within themselves, and they played out of their skin last year. But they are a year older. They miss Casemiro, who was the glue. But I don't think people want to get into that. I mean, Hassan also says Ancelotti game management is shite. His game management has been very good this season for large parts. We have been huge fans of the way Ancelotti kind of senses the pulse of the game and makes changes accordingly. But tonight, I don't know how he could have done anything better, because we managed to have a lot of possession, 65% fucking possession, against Barcelona. So they had a clear game plan, to which Ancelotti was, this was reverse uno. This was me against myself. This is how I set up against City, or Liverpool in the final. Xavi did the same thing, being compact, like pushing our players to go narrow, and just being super combative. 8 men behind the ball, 9 men behind the ball in the box. Like, it's so fucking un-Barca like. It goes against their ideologies. It goes against the way.
But Sonny, hence kudos to Xavi. But that's the only reason probably that he played with Marcos Alonso. If you're gonna expect bring your low block.
Christensen was a doubt, so I don't think he had a choice. Who was their other?
Eric Garcia could play.
Eric Garcia has been shit this season. Marcos Alonso has been playing pretty well, if I'm not mistaken.
Going in the line with, I think today the only thing that truly worries me is that if I'm Dani Ceballos, I'm like, here man, you bench me against Liverpool, Atletico, and Barca. You cannot say to me that I'm important, because at the end of the game, when it truly matters, you're gonna put the same every time. You're gonna play with Kroos and Modric, and there's nothing I can do. And today, I mean, when he substitutes Nacho for bringing Rodrigo, I think, okay, this is great. But then you need to move a little further and substitute or Modric or Kroos for Dani Ceballos.
Yeah.
But he substitutes Tony for Tchouaméni. And
Yeah,
then
I didn't get that.
substitutes
I
Modric
didn't get
at
that.
the 80, I think 83, 84 minute for Alvaro. It was a long overdue. Alvaro should start probably in the 75 or
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the substitutions weren't bad, but the timing was so bad. And once again, 2 games in a row, this was not the game for Chouameni. Once again, this is not the game for Chouameni.
Last
He
last game, remember on Sunday, I was like, yeah, I kind of understood why we might need Chouameni, but tonight, no excuses. A team that is having all the fucking ball, why do we need an anchor in midfield? Why? It doesn't make sense.
and
Anyway.
and one guy that is not like, I don't know, like De Jong or Kessie or even Busquets. Chouameni is not known for these quick passes. He tends to go for the long and or bring the game from outside to the box,
He's
like
not
you
he's not
said.
your man to help progress the play. He's someone to break up the fucking play, But anyway, man, like honestly, like see, we who are laymen, right, can call that out. People who are actually paid to do that, what are they doing? I don't know. Ashik says, hola. He also says, today Kamavinga put something on something and it bounced wrong and it ended up with Barca for a goal. Yeah, I'm happy that you can find the funny side to things, man. Like, honestly, I guess at this point, what else can you do? But I'm just fuming, man. This season could have been so much better. So much better. So much better. I need to stress this, so much better. But our board, they don't want to take any risks, honestly. They don't want to operate it in the winter transfer market. They don't want to.
The pre-match conference for Carleto Sané, he said like, we're better at this moment in time than last season, because last season we're out of Copa, we're 1 point behind what we did last season, and we are in the 16th round in the Champions League. I'm not trying to point the silver lining in every point, but once again, is March. We are in March and we're alive in every single competition. Alive, barely, but alive. So if you ask me, this is once again a pivotal point. We said it at the beginning of the start of the year. Sorry, this playing at Real Madrid means that there is no, relaxed chance. You don't have the time to think about. You need to win, and now we need to focus on Betis and then start to think about what we should do next. Because, like I said, these next 2 games against Barca, they are so far away, like 20 days and 1 month and a half. If we start to lick our wounds and cry, we're gonna lose everything.
Yeah.
And we don't. So tonight, yeah, like you said at the end of the game against Liverpool, 1 week ago.
Yeah.
1 week ago.
How were we?
Like,
how were we? How was I?
Yeah.
Can you guys remind me how I was feeling, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing that I you said to us. That day you said like, celebrate today and start working tomorrow. I said the same to you tonight. Cry tonight.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
be human tonight and focus tomorrow.
But this bitter feeling, it never goes away. Doris, like, can you share the sentiment? Like, do you feel the same? Is it just me who is going loco about El Clasicos being so fucking one-sided?
It's been something listening to you tonight, Sanaid. It's been, if anything, something entertaining, because the team tonight was not entertaining at all, and as we've seen, like from the last few Clásicos, we always talk about how we're the better team. I don't see us proving that very much. We did win against them at the start of the season, but it just doesn't. Since then, I didn't feel like we would beat them again. I'm sorry, like I didn't. And even now, we played for a draw almost. Not even that, like not even that, and that was, I would say, embarrassing. And I don't think there's much more to say about it. And Ancelotti, I don't know what I would even say to him, because if you look at this game tonight, I don't know if his instructions were to just cross and just hope that someone will be there, because there was mostly one or two players in the box. So I don't know what Ancelotti's plan that there was, or if they even listened to him, if that was even the plan. Because if that was the plan we were gonna do against Barcelona, that finally doesn't have the key players, I don't know what else to say. And even
Doris,
those,
wake up.
yeah, I'm
Doris,
sorry.
wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, because last year when we were putting in crosses, who was this one guy who looked unplayable, who was burying headers left, right, center,
Yeah.
chesting it down, fine finishes week in, week out? Who
Would you
was that?
say that our crosses were good tonight? Name one cross that
Not
was
even one.
not even one, dude. That's what I'm
The one
saying.
of the
I'm not
offside
saying that
decision was one.
Benzema cannot do it. Of
See,
course he can.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Because I saw this, so many of us saw this coming, man. Last year, when Benzema was playing in levels where he hasn't really been before.
Okay, so we're expecting him to do that always, to bail us out,
See,
to
that is the
score
club's
incredible
expectation.
goals.
I told the same people here that Benzema, it'll be fucking silly of us to actually expect him to play like what he did last season. Because let me remind you, he used to score goals out of nothing.
Yeah, he used to.
There were games
And
like this where it was
it doesn't mean that
cross.
it doesn't mean that he won't again, but like we all know, like we're
I'm
pretty
telling you,
sure
I'm
that
telling you.
last season will never happen again for him.
Spoiler alert: Benzema is never going to replicate what he did last season.
Exactly. So why are we
Yeah,
talking
but it's
about it?
impossible.
What would we
And the team
expecting
knew.
from him to do there? What?
But Doris,
From
the
crosses
team knew
like that,
that.
I don't see him even touching the ball there. He had to get
They,
the
they,
ball,
they
and then
knew
we got
that.
nowhere.
And that's the only reason that they tried to bring Mbappe. They knew that there's never, in 1 million years, Benzema is going to have the same season that he
Yeah.
had last season. They knew that, and they tried to bring Mbappe. It didn't work, so the team is like, okay, so there is no Mbappe. I can rely one season on Rodrigo and Vini with a 50% Benzema, and they somehow like, yeah. And also in the winter market, I agree with you both. There is nothing in the winter market for us at the level that somehow question about it. We're done and dusted with Chicharitos and Adebayos. No, there is no. Real Madrid is done with a little fix, or either it's a
Give
solution or
young
it's not.
strikers a chance. Give Alvaro a chance. Give him more minutes. Build his confidence up. He's young. Surround him with the right players. You never
I
know. He
think Alvaro
can
is
do the
gonna.
job.
I think Alvaro. I read this week. I don't know if Monday or
He's going to
Tuesday.
be included into the main team, right?
He's now part of the main team
Main
and
team, yeah.
only play for Castilla if it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah. I read that as well. It's a good sign, but I'm telling you, it's a little too late. I think, because this was the year where we were supposed. This was the month. This was the game that where we were supposed to actually build some confidence. Put a chink. Find a chink in Barca's armor and actually derail them mentally. But what did we do? We made them feel like they left everything on the pitch. They gave it their all. Fantastic defensive masterclass and all of that, man. Like, honestly, it is a seething feeling for me. Like, I just can't understand how people can be okay with this. I don't understand. But a few more comments. Tas Aliba says, this is from way back, like I have to scroll all the way back. Tas Aliba says, is this some kind of a secret tactics that Real Madrid used to hype Xavi so they can give him another contract extension? We are literally turning him into a world-class coach with our failures. Yep, a man who has been knocked out, I repeat, six times in the last 18 months out of Europe. 6 times, 6 times knocked out of Europe, and he tends to show us up every time. He plays us. Like I don't understand. He also goes to say Benzema spent his whole career with Cristiano. Like it or not, he took some of his personality with his stats posting shit. Yeah, honestly, yeah, man, come on. I know for a fact that my captain shouldn't be doing that. I hope he learns. I hope people around him tells him that, come on, man, such petty trash talk is not for us. We do the talking on the pitch. If you felt cheated, if you felt like FIFA did a fucking scam giving it to Messi, you have the opportunity this season, show it on the fucking pitch, right? Like
And
if he
today,
goes on to, go on,
today,
go on a bit.
like
Yeah,
perfect example, Sonny.
yeah,
If he felt robbed, like
yeah.
we all probably do felt robbed. Today was the the hero on the
No,
table said
no,
like,
no, no.
I'm
The
here,
funny, the funny bit
I'm
is,
here.
you know what, Javier, you know what hurts me. The funny bit is when I say shit in the chat, in our group chat, nobody gives a fuck. It's because nobody cares. It's because nobody cares about all this. They think it's perfectly
I
fine. It's
I said
perfectly
to
fine.
you that for me,
People keep quiet because they blindly want to pledge their support to their captain. Well, this is not how a captain behaves, man.
I don't,
Simple as.
did anyone
I've
in
seen
the
so many great leaders all throughout my years of watching football. Those guys don't behave like this. Telling you.
some of them do.
Name
I mean,
name a couple.
I
Name
get
a
you.
couple apart from Cristiano. Go on. Name a
Ramos,
couple, bro.
Ramos is a perfect example.
Ramos would go and actually post stats about how many shit he
Yeah,
did. I don't think he. I don't think he would.
of course he's, but
That's my
but
personal
it's not the
opinion.
point.
you know who
It's not the
would?
point.
Courtois.
Who would?
Courtois.
Yeah,
Do,
as
do you
well.
do you think Thibaut is a leader?
No,
Do
I'm
you
just
honestly
saying.
think?
But even just for all of this, the people who are writing things like that and about Benzema and how he deserved it and all that are mostly, I think, younger kids and I don't know, some random non-fan people, because
But
most people would think that that's actually kind of petty. Like any normal fan, if there was anyone else, any other player in Europe, on the planet, anyone else posted that and it was a big award, we would feel the same way, and that's mostly like all we had to say about that. And the other people that are still whining about it, there's nothing you can do about it. And Benzema is
The
the first
internet.
person that shouldn't do it, because there's nothing he can do about it, and it's just being
He has
petty.
he has seen this time and time again. He came up, he grew up during a period where Barcelona was dominating, Messi was dominating, alongside Cristiano, of course. But Messi was the poster boy. So how fucking naive of a 35-year-old to think that, oh, I may win it. How?
I don't know what
Anyway,
to tell you,
anyway.
man.
See, this is the thing, yeah. Like when you say stuff like Thibaut is not a leader.
No, I'm just
Thibaut is
adding
not a
the
leader.
player, you know.
Yeah,
And
like in my opinion, like I've seen so many great players wear this camiseta who wouldn't do it. I'm telling you, who wouldn't do it? I don't think even Mourinho would go to such extents. Like, yes, he would trash talk in the press conference, but that's it. Or on the
well,
sidelines, but that's it.
what's the speech from Mourinho? 2 Europa Leagues, one league, English
Yeah.
league. There's a whole speech of him listing things that he won. But
But
I
like,
get what you're
imagine
saying.
that.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's a joke. I'm kidding.
Once again, I will revindicate Benzema. For me, I mean, once again, it was bad that he posted. Yeah,
But
probably.
yeah, it's not about that.
But
Like
he,
we don't want
but
to
he
make
is
tonight's
wrong.
performance about that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
no, that's not the thing.
To-
I'm just saying that I wish my captain had a little more composure. I wish he just had the composure I had while playing FIFA. That's it. As simple as that. A little more composure. Yes, like sometimes you might feel cheated, but that's life, man. Like honestly, like if you like this moment last year, would he have ever thought he would win the fucking Ballon d'Or? He won the Ballon d'Or 2 months ago, have you? 2 months ago, bro. Anyway,
But once
let's
again,
fuck
that
this topic. Yeah, go on.
yeah,
Quickly, if you want to just wrap this topic up because this is pissing me off. Like,
there's no point. For me, it's only one more. One more stone in the shoe of Real Madrid. You know, like once
Yeah.
again, FIFA it's a joke. We all knew that, and Benzema, like I think it's a quote for Einstein. Like only idiots try to do the same thing and expect something different.
Yeah,
FIFA
Facts.
is like that.
Facts. But the FIFA World Cup is not an easy thing to win. Messi won it, you know. Pence Gallo and all that, Pessi, all of that, but he won it. So, you know, it's fair play at the end of the day. Moving on, Ashik says, Kohler stating that Perez buys referees seem to forget that Barca and Laporta are under investigation for bribery, not Real Madrid. I don't know why all this deflection tactics for tonight. I keep hearing rants about Carlito, but today, despite blunted attack and Real dominated the match, and the goal came from a Camavinga error. Managers can't go play football on the pitch for you. I agree with that. We dominated, but what kind of domination is that? Really, what kind of domination is that? Like this was what we used to call out Barca for all throughout these years.
Exactly.
You're being a fucking hypocrite, Ashik. I love you, man, but I mean, Hassan, he says Benzema's out of form. Benzema has been out of form for a few months. I've told you. When the sharpest Benzema moves different. It's like your ping is on fucking 20 or 15. That's how he moves. Like days like this, he moves on fucking 70, 80 ping. He just isn't fluid enough. Malik Banya or Bagna, if I'm not mistaken, he says, Ale les le blograna. And a fucking umpteen smileys. I hope you can fit all the smileys in the comment box. You know, otherwise he'll be sad.
It can.
Okay, thank fuck for that. Ashik says, when you have no one to threaten your position in the team, complacency can take over. I've said this so many times. You know, like we need ample backup, not just to rest Benzema, but to keep him motivated. But I don't think it was a case of motivation. I saw him trying his level best, but you know, like when things aren't going exactly right on a day like tonight, there isn't much you can do. Yeah, man. Like so many of you in the chat, don't forget to smash the like button. You know, like you're all here to see our tears. You know, like drink it in. This is a rarity. You know, it's once in a blue moon thing. I'll guarantee you that because we are not any other ordinary club. You know, Los Blancos has off days, you know, very, very less often. You know, it's just one of those nights. Like I can't believe that I'm in the mood that I am, you know, tonight. Tasaliba also says, to be honest, when I was watching the match, I thought maybe sending him off would be good for his career, so he can calm the fuck down. Who was this being referred to? I'm not so sure.
Yeah, Bini. I think he's referring to Bini.
Mini, yeah, that conversation. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Like we couldn't read the conversations when we were having the heated debate. You know, like we just didn't want to. We just wanted to be in the moment. You know, we just wanted to have a fight. But Ashik says there is still 90 minutes to play. People, calma. Yeah, I totally understand that.
90 plus minutes.
90 plus minutes. Like tonight is tonight. Like we have to break down what we saw tonight, and tonight wasn't great. Sanel Narbati, nice to see you on, man. He says Benzema has not been pressing this season at all. His only contribution with linking up in midfield is with linking up in midfield, but it's not enough because he's also misplacing a lot of balls. Our play is also too left side dominant. It was left side dominant, but last season Vinicius and Benzema was weaving magic, was actually doing some crazy stuff. Like we can't deny that now. Now we see them, they look ordinary. Last year they looked different. They looked different, man. Honestly. And I think
But
it has, yeah,
you,
go on, Doris.
I don't know. I feel like for both players, were expecting them to just replicate the
It's unfair.
everything.
It's
It's
unfair. It's unfair.
unfair to them, and I think we all can agree if we compare it to last season. Their season is a bit worse, but all in all, we all know that the team as a whole is not performing well, and what worked last season, now Vinicius and has four defenders defending him, not even three anymore. It was four tonight, and
Yeah.
we're always resorting to passing to him, and I don't know what exactly we're expecting to do if we're gonna play the exact same plays we played last season. If so many defenders are defending him, and us playing the exact same thing, and then on the right side we still have no one. Even Asensio wasn't playing tonight, and I don't know if anyone even wanted him to play, but it is a shout. We don't have a right winger, which means that we have to play through Vinicius. There is no other way, unless we're gonna expect someone to be in the middle and do something crazy, but that mostly doesn't even exist anymore. I don't even know.
Right side, right side is a crutch, man. Like we
Exactly,
knew this
and
all along.
I don't know what we're expecting from Vinicius and Benzema to do, because their playstyle last season was a surprise to everyone.
Javier
Like the
actually wants to
playstyle
leave.
was a surprise. Everything was a surprise. It just doesn't work. No one is surprised if there's so many people defending him, and him
We
doing the same thing over and over and over again.
we have laughed at Liverpool for being predictable. Like we are getting to that point. We are getting to that point.
Even
Honestly,
last
like
season, we were close to it. Even last
yeah.
season, we had a few games where we played, pretty much the exact same way we played the entirety of that season, And there were teams that figured us out and, played against us through Vinicius, And
Yeah.
we can see
Barcelona tonight.
this season
Yeah.
alone, like Vinicius has been targeted, even if it's not violent, like racist and stuff. He's always targeted. He is the main man. Everyone is targeting him, marking him. He's always he is our main man. Not even Karim. Everyone is just afraid what Vinicius is gonna do. It's Vinicius, and I don't know.
I
Benzema
totally
is
understand.
not getting the service he should be. We could even say
But
that.
even when he gets a
But
service, I'm telling
Vinicius
you,
is
he's
not
way off his levels.
responsible. Oh yeah, that's a different thing. And I agree. Even against Liverpool, I looked at the stats. It said that he had like 90% something pass accuracy. I don't know who counted that. There were so many balls that he just passed to no one, or just back to the Liverpool player, and something like that. And that wasn't the first game that he did that. I feel like his passing is a
I'm
bit
praying.
strange
I'm
this
praying.
season.
I'm
I
praying.
don't
If
know.
Benzema and Vinicius doesn't fix up, we are in for a long last few months, man. Like honestly, when people listen to us or like come in and for a post match when we are saying the same shit every week, this is just it. Tell me someone who can actually help us out of this run apart from Benzema and Vinicius. I don't think the midfielders score enough goals. We don't play a 4-4-2. We don't have Steven fucking Gerrard in midfield. So it is Vinicius and Benzema, And sometimes Rodrigo, oh my God, my boy almost scored a worldie, like towards the end. That shot was, in my opinion, the most threatening shot we had all game from Rodrigo,
Pretty
who's a
much,
guy
yeah.
who's coming back from an injury, right, thrusted right into the thick of things, into a hugely frustrated side who has been doing nothing for the past 90 minutes. I don't get it, but yeah, man, Javier wants to leave, bro. Like, if you want to go, you can totally go. We're gonna wrap this up in like 5 minutes, like, because my head is super hot. Like, I don't want to be in this predicament. Like, if you want to stay on for 5 minutes, feel free to do so, bro. Otherwise,
yeah. Let's finish this.
yeah. Quickly, I'm just gonna. Yeah, let's just quickly go through some comments. Ashik, yeah, he's saying we still managed to score a goal despite the toothless attack today. Fuck off. He also says playing Jekyll and Hyde is our thing. Yeah, man, that term has been thrown around by you a lot. Like, I would suggest you not to, because it is kind of getting on my nerves. Nothing against you, but I am seething tonight. He also adds, once again, we still have 90 minutes to go. All the stats mean nothing. They need to show up on the day that matters. Yeah, I understand a game of 90 minutes can go either way. It is a fresh start and whatnot, but Barca are gonna be having their key players back, which is gonna put a different equation into the mix. One which we
and the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And playing it at the Camp Nou, 90,000+ people against you. It's not the same than having 45 or so people in your favor. The crowd is important in these kind of games. And playing in Camp Nou is no easy fixture.
Yeah, I understand. But the thing is, like, even tonight, I'm telling you, when the chips were down, when the trump cards were all set on fire, Barcelona rolled their sleeves up and said, you know what, like, I'm gonna actually give it my all. I'm gonna make sure that we leave the stadium with a result, be it a draw, be it a win.
Yeah.
They actually pushed for the win. They kind of were brave. They weren't fucking Stoke City, but they were very fucking intelligent in the manner they dealt the situation. Like, they completely schooled us, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, all the tactical gurus can break up what happened with the formation change and whatnot. I've said it multiple times. I'm not a tactics guy. What I saw on the pitch was men against boys. Boys who were actually being frantic, desperate. I repeat, desperate to make something happen, which didn't. And the look on their faces told us everything, because they could have played for another 90 minutes tonight, but I don't think a goal was coming.
No.
A goal wasn't coming.
Well, who knows? Probably
this is
score.
Doris, this is what Modric said, okay? We played well tonight. We just weren't accurate in front of the net. I don't know why these guys are coming out and saying that we played well tonight. We should be saying, kudos to Barca, we weren't good enough. That's
or
it.
Lucky if Ter Stegen saves like 5 or 6 times. I don't think Ter Stegen made a save tonight. I don't think so.
He had
One
saves in the
for
sense he was punching off.
Yeah, one that Vinicius either crossed or
remember.
something. There was something.
But that was 90% of the shots he had to face. A
Yeah.
cutback or a cross, which was very close to him, and his positioning was excellent. Ter Stegen is a fucking cat. Like, he was on it. He was on it. Like, he told himself, like, I'm not gonna let these guys pass me tonight. Like, and his defense was excellent in that regard. But yeah, man, that's it. That's Saliba. You need to actually mind your language if you want to continue being, with us. I'm just being very blunt, bro. We respect you. We respect the banter. It's all good, but comments, remarks on the panel, not accepted. This is the last fucking strike, Saliba. We love you, right? But if you're gonna make another comment again, you're off. That's it. Adios. Yeah. But a couple of good performances that I wanna point out. Kamavinga, even though he was at fault for the goal, I thought was good. Never lost faith. Kept his belief. Kept on trying. Kept doing his best. In my opinion, if not for him, we would have conceded at least a goal more. He was integral, especially in breaking up attacks and kind of being the last man on so many occasions. And also Fede, yes, had some wayward shot attempts, kicked a ball. I couldn't fucking believe that was happening.
Yeah.
But always got back, worked extra hard, extra hard to help the team. He did everything he could. Fede, Kamavinga can keep their head high, but I can't remember who else can. Maybe Militao, but Militao, I don't know. He wasn't as bad as Rudiger in my opinion, but yeah, man. Like I don't want to slander Rudiger. I'm just tired of this. Honestly, like Carvajal getting skin on the wing, not a new thing. It's not his forte. You know, we all know that. Nacho was okay until he was hooked off. Yeah, man. Any other good performances have you? Doris, quickly.
0.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's pretty much it, people.
I
Thanks
just
for tuning
wouldn't
in.
agree,
Yeah.
like you said before. You put Cruz and Luka together. I don't think that Luka had a bad game. I really don't
Yeah.
think he had a bad
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah. Luka was okay-ish, but
It was
was he
good.
good? He wasn't good.
He was good. The team in itself, everything just fell apart. It wasn't him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he was one of the positives tonight on the team, and I agree. Someone said before, it's just that Tony and Luka shouldn't play together anymore. You know, it's been
I said it.
yeah,
I
it's
said it,
been their
and
time,
I
and
still
if
think
only
so.
yeah, if only all of our players were all healthy and Chouameni and all of that. I don't know what's happening right now, but Tony and Luca are probably the reason why we were kind of slow tonight. You know, when Valverde was in the midfield, he actually made some pretty good runs, and when he actually got back for the ball, but that again, like we said before, that exposed us because we had nothing on the right for the entirety of the game, and everything that was happening was actually happening in the midfield around the center. Like nothing was actually happening this game. We've been talking about this game about nothing happening. Literally nothing happened this game. I cannot point one thing tonight that we should even mention as a positive or even as a negative. Nothing. It was just so bland. Nothing. And we were kind of playing like their game, passing, controlling, la 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 la. I don't know what our game plan was tonight, and like I said even before,
You know what would have helped our team tonight? Some fucking Viagra, mate. Some fucking Viagra. Honestly, that's it. But yeah, man. Like, hopefully the players kind of rest up, get this out of the system, because I'm telling you, this is a blow. Even if the guys act like, well, you know what, we played well. This is a fucking blow. They knew the very moment that Barcelona scored, it's a long night. It was a missed opportunity. The perfect scenario was actually keeping a clean sheet, taking a 2-0. I told you, minimum 2 goals tonight. Otherwise, it's a failure. It is a failure. It was a failure. Barcelona had one game plan. They executed it, went back home happy. That's it. All these people trying to deflect, they need to wake up. But like Ashik was saying earlier, we are like Jekyll and Hyde. Like we might turn up away at the Benito Villamarin on Sunday and put up a masterclass. We have that in us, but looking at the signs, it is not looking good. It's not looking good from a team perspective, from a fitness perspective, from a tactical perspective. from a managerial perspective, any fucking perspective, pick and choose. Tonight was a failure on all accounts. But yeah, man, big up all of you in the chat. Smash the like button if you haven't already. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. A friendly reminder, we are also available on all major audio platforms: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, you name it. So yeah, if you want to listen to us on the go, we are available for free. And yeah, do check out our partners, Real Madrid Committee, on Instagram. The link is in the description below. They run a brilliant fan page. Yeah, man, like now that I look back, I might have been a bit harsh on some of those things that I said, but that is just my opinion and how I was feeling after tonight. I hope the team kind of wakes up and like clicks back into gear, because if we doesn't, March is gonna be a very, very bad month to slip up, a very, very bad month to snooze. If you snooze, what happens, Doris? What happens, Javier?
I mean,
If you lose, you lose.
Yeah.
yeah.
Doris missed the memo. But it's fine. Yeah, man. Any last thoughts?
Let's focus on Betis.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty much empty tonight. I wasn't expecting us to play like this. Not even like lose or win. Just play like this.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this was. I just feel empty.
Totally agree.
I don't know. It's not even sad or happiness or just nothing. I don't know. It was a really depressing game. I screamed many times at the at the screen. It was frustrating, and I don't know what players are gonna take away from this. Because if what they're taking away from this is that they had a good game, that they just didn't score. I don't know what to tell them.
Yeah, they have spiked the sangria with some LSD. That's my
I think
guess.
that's the message for the media on the outside. I think on the inside of the dressing room tomorrow is gonna be
Oh
all
yeah,
of the
definitely,
stars fuming.
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a locker room talk.
yeah, definitely. I'm just saying, like, it's kind
I'm telling
of
you.
ironic,
This
Just,
this this stat tells you everything, man. Like 13 shots, none on target. Barcelona wasn't fortunate. They were very methodical in their approach. They're reaping the rewards, man. But I guess we need to call this a wrap. Like I'm fucking done for tonight. Yeah, man. Look out for the preview, guys. Hopefully it'll be either tomorrow or the day after. It's a big one away at Betis. Betis hasn't been doing exactly really well. We should be looking to get 3 points. If not, again, it is curtains time. We can't expect Barcelona to be slipping up every week. I don't think another Almeria happens this season. Like, that's me being realistic. But yeah, man, win or lose, we come here, we do this, we watch this team because we love it. We love the club, we love our players, we love what our club stands for. But we know we'll be back. It is only a matter of time. It is not even a crisis, but it is a very underwhelming chapter in this season. Like, I can't lie. But yeah, man, until next time, Ala Madrid.
Ala Madrid.
Alam mo rin.